Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver. Stay right or be left. You know, I'm enjoying these videos an awful lot. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and for liking and for subscribing and sharing. It's very important that you support what I'm doing because I can't do this myself. I also appreciate you buying the books. It's okay to leave the plantation and tribalism. We had a great event in Raleigh, and you guys all came out to see us, and I appreciate that. Your letters and emails are encouraging. It's a tough battle we're in, and we're trying our best to do what we can to inform you and to keep you motivated. And we have a great time doing it. I love you. Appreciate it very much. And I think sometimes I don't spend enough time to tell you how important it is to have your support because it's vital. We're trying to spread the word out and try to encourage the troops. And so we have a YouTube page. You can look for me at Mason Weaver on YouTube. We got a lot of videos there. We have a website, a couple of websites. YouOughToBeFree.com, the letter U, the letter R, the number 2, letter B, the word free.com. We have MasonWeaver.com, which is my main site for my business and speaking engagements. We do travel. We come out and speak at your events. It doesn't really matter what size it is. It just matters if we can arrange it. I speak on political, social, economical things, spiritual things. I'm a Christian first. That's what I am. That's what I do. I'm closed-minded, narrow-minded, Christian conservative. I want to thank you for supporting what we're doing here. Today is a tragic day, the day after the Valentine's Day school shootings. And I'm wondering, I'm hearing all the basic noise from everyone about counseling for the kids and say something, do something. I'm seeing these things, I'm hearing them all the time, and I'm getting to wonder, have you noticed something strange about these shootings? Something odd. I mean, think about it. These kids, these disturbed kids, take the gun from home, but they don't shoot the home up. They walk past the park, but they don't shoot the park up. They drive past the mall, but they don't shoot the mall up. They go to school, and they start slaughtering children at school. What's going on at school that these kids feel so angry and frustrated at? What is going on in school, especially public schools? They make these kids leave their home and don't do violence, go past the park and don't do violence, drive past the mall and don't do violence, but go into the school, there's something going on. Maybe they're trying to tell us something about the schools. You know, we keep saying, see something, say something. They knew who this guy was. The schools had already given out warnings. They had put him out of school. They had banned him from the campus. What's going to happen if you see something or say something? Is the FBI going to knock on your door and say, your neighbors think you're crazy, so we're going to have you explain yourself to us? What are they going to do? If they act odd, they want us to report each other for odd behavior. So now the state is going to come to your home and question you because your neighbors and your classmates think you're odd. I mean, isn't that the highest level of bullying? Is that? I mean, if my neighbors can say Mason shoots too many guns, go check him out. That the answer? No, folks. There's something going on in those schools. That's the solution. So then when this happens, they give the kids counseling. We have counseling available for kids and for the staff. We're going to let you talk about the problem. No, the kids don't need counseling. The shooters needed counseling. The aggressor needed counseling. You know the guy was off. He was on medication. He talked about guns all the time. No one in that city is surprised. These kids all knew it. I was supposed to be there in that city this weekend. We canceled our hotel reservations because I got problems here with some remodeling. Another video. But they knew who this guy is. So let's stop the garbage about counseling for the kids. And then someone says, someone sent me a note this morning. Look what's happened, Mason, since we took out school prayer. Well, that's true. A lot has happened since we took out school prayer. But the real problem is when we took prayer out of the home. I don't want my teachers praying with my children. I don't trust my teachers praying with my children. They can barely teach my children ABC and 1, 2, 3. You don't pray. You just make sure you put God in the home. and he will take care of the schools. Let's pray with our children. Let's pray over our children before someone else pray on our children. It's not the school's responsibility to teach my children about God. It's mine. And then I'm hearing folks say all the time that we have to do something about the guns. There's two ways to go with this, folks. Go the crazy way or go the sane way. Let's be honest. 100 years ago, every child took a gun to school. They had to hunt on the way home from school. They had to hunt. And bullying never stops. Every child's been bullied. So if the kids were able to go to school with guns and not kill each other, maybe the solution is more kids bringing guns to school. I mean, for real, more kids in that school with guns, he would have went to the mall and shot. The bottom line, he would have went to the mall or to the park or shot at home. The problem is that kid. The problem is that guy with the gun, not my kids, not my sons. So my solution to school violence is homeschooling my kids and get them out of that environment. We got to worry about homosexual training and prayer in school, and you telling me that my God is crazy and believing my God is insane. I'm to have my kids home to homeschool them. So instead of wringing your hands and trying to figure out what's wrong, you are allowing your kids to go to the darkness. You're allowing your kids to go into these sanctuaries of hell where they have no emotions. They feel helpless. They feel hopeless. And they see you allowing it. They wonder if you crazy too. Let's get back our children. They're our children. It's not a gun problem. It's not a school problem. It's a home problem. Letting your children watch television where they're trained and to think that good is bad and bad is good. Allowing your kids to dress any way they want to dress. Listen to music that's degrading to themselves and to you. Allowing them to participate in a culture against what you want, against your feelings. As a matter of fact, having them challenge your culture based on what they see on TV and learn in school. Very little possibilities, very little positive things come out of public schools. Public schools is child abuse. And they're going to continue to abuse your children until you get enough and take your kids out and take control of your babies. They're your babies. So bring God back into school is great, but bring God back in your home first. First. I don't care about you feeling my pain. I don't care about, I offer my prayers for those hurts. No, you do not. It's a cliche. You don't care anything about the pain. Prayers for those hurt. You're not praying for anything. It's a simple problem to solve, folks, if you have the nerve to go solve it. It's a simple problem to alleviate if you have a nerve to do it. Let's stop sending our kids up to the altar of slaughter and sacrifice to liberalism. You have sacrificed these children to liberalism. You have sacrificed their lives to liberalism. You have sacrificed the emotional stand of the kids who survived to liberalism. We know that liberalism is a mental disease. Doggone, if you don't know that, you are insane yourself. It is obvious and it's clear. Stop playing games. Stop being nice. And now you got these politicians, even Republicans now, hinting at gun control because they're afraid. They're scared of being called names by the liberals. Call me a name. See what I care. You call me a name. I want my nation back. I want my God back on the throne in your hearts and your minds. I want to stop placating foolish, stupid liberals' notions, ideas. These kids are so confused now, they don't know what sex they are. Can you imagine not knowing what sex you are? We're debating bathrooms now. We're debating bathrooms. I am tired of this nonsense. I'm tired of paying attention to these children, these kids, adolescents, and debating nonsense. If you love your nation, you better stand up for your nation. If you love your culture, you better stand up for your culture. Right is right. Wrong is wrong, and all you have left is left. This is Mason Weaver. Stay right or be left. We're going to go to freedom. Take care, folks.